wanna go fast. Gold on my teeth and on my neck. And I'm stone cold with the flex on the squad. And I'm smoking up my check.
Hey y'all, so welcome back to another video once again. So for today's video, we're basically doing a 2022 goals / resolutions, or what exactly my opinions are on creating goals for yourself. In a sense, I do feel like goals can be created at any time. It doesn't matter if it's the middle of the year, 3 months into the year. And I understand why people don't exactly like New Year's resolutions, because they feel like they can just pick up stuff whenever, execute it however, and stay committed. I like starting my goals at the beginning of the year just because I like to gauge them out through the 12 months and see how much exactly did I commit to, how much did I accomplish in a sense, and not so much in like a way to be hard on myself. But 12 months is basically, yeah, it's a whole year. And if you think about it, it's a lot of time to be working on so many projects, either for yourself personally or towards something. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna give y'all my top 10 2022 goals for this year and how exactly I stay committed to them, or what exactly I'm trying to accomplish within this next year. So for my first goal, it's kind of like the most important, which is why I put it at the top of my list, but these are kind of not really ranked in any order. This is just the most prominent to me, and for sure the one I want to focus on the hardest. So that's financial responsibility. To me, it's really important that I keep myself budgeted and that I stick to a budget this year, because I've been really bad at just handling my money, let's just say that. But again, like, which 22-year-old is gonna handle their money properly? I mean, some of them do very well, very successful, very proud of them. But at the same time, it's very easy to get into the materialistic life, you know, and I try not to like buy into it. But again, sometimes you got some weak points. My weak points are tattoos, which is why I budgeted my tattoos for this year as well, in terms of how much I could be spending on that. For number 2, I decided that I'm gonna stick with my same goal that I have been doing for the past 3 years, which is being consistent with the gym. And yeah, just building healthier eating habits per usual. In the past, I was vegan for 2 years. That was one of my New Year's resolutions. And I really liked it after the first year, so I just decided to do it for a second year. And I fell off, and I could do a separate video on why I kind of fell off, but just genuinely it wasn't going well. So yeah, I want to build healthier eating habits and also try and teach myself how to cook a bit of different dishes, because I'm kind of a very lazy cook. I do the most simple things and I repeat dishes and meals all the time, but I definitely want to try and branch out and challenge myself to make something different. This year, or as of like recent, when I stopped being vegan, I tried getting back into meat and normal eating, but I can't do beef anymore. It just hurts my stomach, and I can do chicken here and there, but I try not to. So I basically consider myself pescatarian, and I also don't do dairy, so I do like milk alternatives. Number 3 is continuing to work on my mental health and making sure my mental health is good. Especially, I think it's so important since we're still in like a pandemic and a really weird state of the world currently, and it's really easy to just kind of like isolate yourself. I know some people, this quarantine and sort of being at home and not getting back to your normal life has really affected them. Me, not so much personally, but it has given me a lot of time to like have thinking time to myself more than I would like to. Aside from this, I did start therapy this year again, which I think is really cool, but I never thought about getting back into it since it just never went well for me the first couple times I tried it. And now my therapist is really cool and I really like her, and I'm actually very excited to continue working with her. Number 4, if y'all did not watch my last video, please go and watch it. It is my thrift video. I want to try and thrift at least 80% of my closet this whole year. So maybe not the shoes, and maybe not a couple like expensive items if I want to like have something nice for like special occasions, but 80% of my closet is what I'm striving for. So you'll catch me at every thrift store this year, hopefully. Number 5, learning new skills here and there. Like, I always am naturally just kind of like that, where I want to pick up a new hobby or like a new activity or just learn something new. It's very Gemini attributes, very air sign attributes, where I just get bored of things really easy. But I have started jump roping again and I really enjoy it, and I'm definitely trying to learn some new tricks. So that is my new skill for right now, but who knows what it's gonna be in like 3 months from now. Maybe boxing, we'll see. Number 6, working on solidifying my skills at work and being present. What I mean by this is basically I want to continue to be present at work every day. I don't want to be going into work and just kind of like dreading it. I try and maintain the most positive mindset when I go into work, and that is usually how I tend to have the best days and not feel like work is just a chore for me. Also don't want to like buy into like the whole capitalist mentality of I'm gonna be hardworking, they really value me, like, you know, because let's be real, like, no job truly values you as an employee. So just show up and do your job. Goal 7 is also to be present in school and making sure I'm performing well, because education can sometimes kind of be like the door for certain opportunities. In some cases it's not, especially if you do art and stuff. You do not need to go to art school to do art or anything creative in that sense. But I definitely think if you're in a life science or like STEM career field, you're gonna need some type of degree to get you there. So for sure, definitely want to work on excelling in my master's program right now and making sure I end the year well. So number 8, my most favorite, being consistent with this YouTube channel. So I did tell y'all I'm trying to post at least twice a week. It is gonna be sort of difficult once I start to manage school on top of my full-time job, on top of personal life and all that, but I'm definitely gonna try my best. I want to post every Monday, every Friday, hopefully, and if I do decide to change a date in between, I'll definitely let y'all know. But that is why I tell y'all to subscribe so you get those notifications, because sometimes I may just be too busy to even like promote the video, but I always try my best to post it on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You already know, I even text it to some people personally. So on top of being consistent with YouTube, I definitely also want to challenge my editing skills. If you do not already know, I had a minor in my undergrad with digital video and film production, and my favorite part about producing videos is not the actual filming part, which I do enjoy, don't get me wrong, but I like editing. Personally, it's just something about it just makes me feel a type of way. Number 9 is branching out, and what I mean by this is not just like career-wise or trying to get myself into the door of certain opportunities. I mean branching out just in general of like my social circumstances. I actually have social anxiety, and I will probably make a separate video on talking deeper into this. If you do not know what social anxiety is, it is basically a fear of social interactions or social encounters or people in general. Well, not being scared of people. Being scared of people is a different thing, and that is definitely something I questioned at one point. But that's why I kind of love doing this YouTube channel. It really helps me in terms of like overcoming that and being a little more comfortable with myself and talking and filming out in public, because it can be pretty crippling at times, and the quarantine has really affected it in a negative way. But I feel like I'm coming out of it this year, and I definitely want to like fully overcome it if possible, or at least get myself like 80% of the way there. Number 10, also very important, very dear to me, maintaining my relationships in terms of family, friendships, and my romantic life, just because this is always important. You never want to like focus too hard on yourself to the point where you have no support system, you don't have anybody holding your back. That's another reason why I feel like this YouTube video is becoming so successful, because I have people who are there for me, I have people supporting me, I have, you know, my close friends who are just rooting me on, and I really do appreciate them. To any of y'all who are watching this right now or who have watched it 10, 20 times, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm being very genuine with this. Like, I want to make it like into something bigger and hopefully like educate people on some stuff, or just have it as like a nonchalant type of like channel. But yeah, y'all, that's a very simple video for you today. I just wanted to get that out quickly. That wraps up my 10 goals for 2022. I might have a couple goals here and there that I may want to make for myself in between the year. Like I said, you can just pick up anything whenever you want. You don't have to limit yourself to only making goals at the beginning of the year or on New Year's. And definitely some of these goals are a little more pressuring to be like keeping up with every day, and some are more like, oh, maybe I'll just check in like at the end of the month with myself, or like mentally keep note of it. Like, I can't wake up every day and be like, how's my mental health? Like, am I being financially responsible today? But for sure, like, there's ways to keep that in check, and since I have it all written down, I could definitely look back on this. I also have it written in my phone and making sure like, okay, check all the points for this month, we're good, we're on track, and that is how I stay consistent. I also feel like I've just always been a very disciplined person. Even though at times I can procrastinate on some things, I make sure at the end of the day, like, even if I'm under pressure, that I perform well. It's kind of why I got my diamonds, because I work well under pressure. Yeah, if y'all didn't check out my tattoo video, tattoo's healing very well. Wow, there's some dust on there. In its itchy phase right now, very itchy. It's peeling, or gonna start peeling soon, hopefully, but definitely the most annoying phase, I think, when it comes to tattoos. But yeah, go check out my other 2 videos if you're interested in other content, thrifting related or tattoo related, and for sure stay tuned. I'm not sure what my next video is gonna be. I'm gonna keep it a surprise with y'all because I'm constantly just like changing my mind about things and like doing very like last minute videos based on what I'm feeling in the moment. But if y'all have any suggestions of what you want to see in particular, leave it down in the comments. Please like, subscribe so you get those notifications when I post Mondays and Fridays, since I'm not on a certain time schedule yet. Thank y'all so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.